everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joelle and I am a part-time reseller on a lot of platforms, but primarily Poshmark, Mercari, and Instagram. And today we will be talking about that ThredUp shoe rescue box and if you could actually make a good profit after spending that $80 for it. So I have ordered 5 total rescue boxes. I have my number 6 on the way, and we're just gonna go over my overall review of each box and then my best and worst sales from each one, along with how much profit I have made so far. So if you want to see more reseller content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and we're just gonna get right into box number 1. So for box number 1, out of the 15 pairs of shoes that I received in that $80 box, I have sold 9 pairs for a total of $187.06. I also ended up just throwing away a pair of shoes from this box because they weren't even salvageable. So now I still have 5 pairs of shoes that are sitting in my Poshmark closet waiting to find a buyer. This was my first ever box and actually my first ever YouTube video. So it feels like it was forever ago, but I was really content with it. I had 2 great sales from this box that ended up making back all of my money that I spent along with a good extra profit, and it was a pair of Dromedaris boots and Leffler Randall sandals. I will include screenshots, but those Dromedaris boots, I made a profit of $57.16. Now this was a new to me brand, and I believe it was one of my last pairs of shoes that I opened up from the box. They felt nice, but I just wasn't sure what to expect. So I was really happy when I saw that this brand had great comps, and I would definitely be on the lookout for it if I were you. Leffler Randall is another great high-end brand to sell, and with these shoes, I ended up making a profit of $61.16. Now, along with those best sales, I also had to have some of my worst sales. There were definitely some pairs of shoes in here that a lot of people would consider not even worth listing because I made such a low profit, but I was just so stubborn that I wanted to see how much money I could truly make off of this box, so I listed every single pair except that one that I threw in the trash. So I sold this pair of New York Ranger slides. They were a men's pair of shoes and they were actually new without tags. So it was nice that they were brand new, but they also felt like shower shoes. They were so lightweight, and I ended up making a profit of $1.21 for these. Now, if you think that's a bad sale, just wait until you hear about this one. I sold a pair of pretty beat up J-Slides platform sneakers. I believe I had these listed for $25, and I was sending out some pretty drastic offers with no bites whatsoever. I ended up selling these for $10 plus discounted shipping, and if you don't know, that ThredUp cost of goods per pair of shoes is $5.34. So I ended up profiting 21 cents total from these pairs of shoes. In terms of the rest of the box, I sold a lot of bread and butter brands like Banana Republic, Crocs, or Sperry. I also sold a pair of Carlos Santana booties on Instagram and made a profit of $19.66, which was a really huge profit compared to what I would get on Poshmark, and Instagram does not have any fees associated with it if you do have a page where you sell. So with a lot of those bread and butter brands that I got in this box, I think that earning $187 profit is 100% worth it to get that ThredUp rescue box. All right, on to box number 2. I think that in terms of what I got, this was one of my favorite boxes. So far, I have sold 8 pairs of shoes. They have all been on Poshmark, and all of those shoes combined, I have made a profit of $167.08. Another perk from this box is that I did find a pair of shoes to keep, and so I consider that a huge win that I got a cute pair of Aldo shoes for $5.34. I am also donating 2 pairs of shoes. I've attempted to take them to Plato's closet and they will not accept them. So that was definitely a bigger loss for me. And I only have 3 pairs of shoes left that need to sell, but they are all great brands. It is a pair of Lucky Brand wedge booties, some Vince slip-on sneakers, and a pair of Nike tennis shoes. I all have those listed for $40 or above, and I'm still expecting to make a great profit. I am just waiting again for the right buyer to come along. So my 2 worst sales, honestly, for the brands that I sold, they aren't that bad, but I am just defining worst sale as my lowest profit. So first up, we have a pair of Rampage wedges. I had these listed for $20. Rampage is by no means a BOLO brand. It does not retail for very high as well, but I actually had someone purchase these at my full asking price of $20. So I was really content with that. They were in like new condition, and I ended up making a profit of $10.66. I also sold a pair of Dolce Vita booties. They did have a pretty significant amount of wear to them, but they were still salvageable and had a lot of life in them. And with these boots, I ended up profiting $7.56. So again, those two worst sales were not that bad. In terms of the brands I sold, I just didn't make a ton of profit for my cost of goods. But my best sale by far was a pair of Birkenstocks. I made a great profit on them, but also they sold within 2 hours of listing the same day that I opened the box. I sold these on an offer, and had these been listed for a little bit longer, I probably would have held out for a higher price to sell these at. But because I had just listed these, I really was looking forward to making a quick profit. So the same day that I opened this box, I ended up profiting $49.06 from one pair of shoes. My next best sale was a pair of Tom's wedges. The style is Stella. I had these listed for $50, which some might say is a little high, but someone ended up purchasing on a 10% off offer. After those fees and cost of goods, I earned a total of $29.16. Now, when I look at my notes of all of my profits, I am looking at some of my other sales, and all of those other sales that I made out of this box, I made a lot of sales in that $18 to $25 range, which I think is great. I had two pairs of Kelly and Katie heels. Like those Rampage wedges, I do not think Kelly and Katie is a big Bolo brand, but I happened to sell a pair for $35, which is a huge shock to me, but a great profit. So I think I just got a lot of really good, reliable brands in here, like Vionic, Tom's, J. Crew, just a whole variety of well-known, durable, and reliable brands. So again, I made a profit of $167.06, and I still have 3 great brands of shoes to sell. So even though I haven't made as much money as I did on that first box, I do think that this was one of my best boxes that I got, because I think I will end up making a great profit after I sell those 3 pairs of shoes. Okay, this third box was the most disappointing box I got out of all of my ThredUp shoe rescue boxes. Out of those 15 pairs of shoes, I have donated 1 pair, I've sold 1 pair to Plato's Closet, and I have only sold 1 pair on Poshmark so far. I sold a pair of Ilse Jacobson slip-ons. I think that it is a good brand to sell when I look at sold comps. I ended up profiting $14.66 for these. This box just had a lot of shoes that needed some extra love or extra cleaning. And just looking at my notes, I have a lot of undesirable brands. I have Report, which is sold at places like Famous Footwear, Calvin Klein, C9 by Champion, which is the Target line of Champion, so it is lower end, and Antonio Milani, and those heels are very damaged. I also had 2 pairs of unbranded shoes, which I am absolutely trying my best to sell, but it's really difficult to sell shoes that don't have a brand online. I have a lot of keywords in those listings, but when there is no brand, it really just hurts your SEO. The silver lining in this box is that I do have 2 great brands. I have a pair of Jeffrey Campbell shoes along with Cole Haan Chelsea boots. Now I have those Cole Haan boots listed for $100, and my goal is to sell them for nothing less than $70. For Chelsea boots, I know that does seem high, but I am just really trying to make a profit on this box, and those Cole Haan boots are kind of my only hope. The Jeffrey Campbell wedges have a lot of wear to them on that heel. I am trying to decide if I want to try to clean them or if I just want to list them as is and maybe get $30 or $40 for them. But overall, this box really just sucked. I would still recommend the ThredUp Shoe Rescue box. I hope that if you're still watching, you won't get discouraged, because my next 2 boxes are really great. This one was just a little bump in the road. So now we will get on to that box number 4. Okay, for box number 4, after those 15 pairs of shoes that I received, I have sold 3 pairs so far, along with another pair to Plato's Closet, and not including that Plato's Closet buy, I have made a total of $56.15. My favorite part about this box is that every single pair that I got is sellable, so I did not have to donate anything or throw anything in the trash. I just sent 1 pair of sandals to Plato's Closet. They were a pair of BP sandals, and I just knew that they wouldn't sell for much on Poshmark, and I knew that Plato's Closet would take it because it is a juniors brand at Nordstrom Rack. So I really just wanted to make a quick flip for those. But because I only have 3 sales, I really don't have a best or worst, so I'm just gonna go over those 3 real quick. My first one, I sold a pair of Converse. They were a pair of black low tops. They were a size 6.5, so I was kind of shocked that these sold so quick. I listed them right after I opened this box, and they sold within a week of listing. I ended up making a profit of $26.66 for these. I also sold a pair of Steve Madden slip-on sandals. I almost kept them, but they were just a little too big for me. These sold in a bundle with a Vince Camuto tank top, and I ended up profiting $14.83 for them, which I think is great for just a simple pair of slip-on sandals. I also sold a pair of Aerosoles heels, and as I am recording this, I made this sale yesterday. I had dropped the price from $35 to $25 on Closet Clearout Day, and I actually ended up making the sale the day after that Closet Clearout promotion ended. Someone still bought them at my full asking price for $25, and I ended up profiting $14.66. So looking at the other shoes that I have listed or I still have to list, I do think I have some great brands in this box and I will make a good profit. I have some Michael Kors sandals and they are in like new condition. I have a pair of Via Spiga chunky heels, and all I need to do is put a suede brush on those and they should be in listable condition. And I have a pair of Stuart Weitzman heels. Along with that, I have a lot of good bread and butter brands in this box, and I think that I will end up making a profit similar to my box 1 and box number 2. All right, guys, we are on to the final box, number 5, and this one, based on the brands that I got, is by far my best one that I've gotten. Also, I will link all of the videos below to these ThredUp shoe rescue boxes. I also have a playlist if you want to just watch them all in order, but either way, let's just get into this last box. So from this last box, it is a pretty fresh one. I believe I got it about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, and I only have one sale, but it ended up being one of my best sales I've gotten from a ThredUp rescue box. So for my best sale, I sold a pair of Fry Tyler Engineer boots. So if you watch this unboxing video, you know that I've been on the lookout for Fry boots. I've never seen them in a thrift store. I've never received a pair in a ThredUp box. So I was so excited to finally get a pair. And I listed these for $125. They got 15 likes within the first week of listing. I was sending out offers for $112, which was 10% off. No one was accepting or countering, and so finally for a Closet Clearout Day, I decided to drop it down to $100. I was gonna raise it right back up if it didn't sell that day, but within an hour of dropping that price, I ended up making a sale. So with the buyer purchasing these boots at $100, I ended up making a profit of $74.66 for one pair of shoes. So out of these 15 pairs of shoes, it looks like I am donating only one pair, and I'm gonna try to sell another pair at a garage sale. But like I said, in terms of brands, this was my best box. So other brands that I have listed are Rag & Bone sneakers, Patricia Nash boots, Blondo waterproof booties, and Canis sneakers. I also have good bread and butter brands like Asics and Cole Haan shoes that need to be cleaned. But overall, this was an amazing box, and knowing that just one pair of shoes paid for almost the entire box is a huge relief for me, especially because they sold so quick within unboxing this one. So just to recap, out of the 5 shoe rescue boxes I have ordered, the first one, I have made a profit of $185.06. The second box, I have earned $167.08. That third box was a little rough, and I've only made about $16 from it. Number 4, I have earned $56.15 plus a Plato's Closet sale. And that last box, for just one pair of shoes, I have earned $74.66. So if you're wondering if the ThredUp shoe rescue box is worth it, I think that it 100% is. And it's not even just because of the brands that you could get. I also think it is so convenient. I just think that overall online sourcing is so much more convenient with the pandemic going on. If you don't have a thrift store around you, or if you simply just don't like sourcing in person, this ThredUp shoe rescue box is a great way to get a large amount of inventory for a good cost. I think it varies by location, but for all of the ThredUp boxes that I have ordered, I did not pay sales tax or shipping, and so it was just a flat fee of $80 for these 15 pairs of shoes. So I believe I mentioned it earlier, but I do have another shoe rescue box on the way. It should be getting here in about a week or 2, and so I will be making another video. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments for really any ThredUp rescue box that you've gotten. I've only ordered the shoe one and the denim rescue box, and I definitely want to start branching out and getting some other ones, so let me know your thoughts in the comments about what your favorite or least favorite box is, and really just your overall opinion of ThredUp. So as always, I appreciate you supporting my channel. If you got something out of this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification notification button so you don't miss out on any reseller content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you for my next video.